Kirk Cousins. I mean, this is what the offseason does.
It does.
Okay?
Everyone's everywhere.
This is what the offseason, not just everyone's everywhere, but everyone could be the guy.
Yeah.
You know? And this Colts team, 7 Pro Bowlers.
What?
Long-term contracts basically locked up in almost every single important position. D-tackle, linebacker, guard, center. I think every single corner. Yeah, got Kenny Moe locked up. Jonathan Taylor's there for at least another 3 years. I mean, it is every position that is of like necessity to have success in the NFL. They have at a very high level for a long time. And they got a bunch of money. They're set up perfectly. All you need is a quarterback. It's hard not to just be like, get Jimmy G in there, we fucking go.
Yeah.
Jimmy G's not just going to give the ball to everybody, and then somebody tweets a picture of Jimmy G's literal last pass, and it's him, Michael Jackson forward lean, much lower, right hand trying to throw the ball. Must-win situation. Had to do it.
Yep.
And the only difference between that situation and Carson's situation is that was last play of the game, had to have it.
Correct.
Carson does that on 2nd and 5.
That's
Right.
First quarter.
Exactly.
Tie game.
In your own end.
On your own 6.
Yeah, right.
That you just got pinned. You know, just say, let's just go ahead and let's just try to get some yards so we can punt this thing. You know, let's just try to gain a little bit of advantage here. Now, granted, we would like to score a touchdown on every single drive. But if first down doesn't work out well and second down doesn't work out well, let's just try to gain some sort of something out of this. Go back to the drawing board, come back on next, because we got great defense. So fine.
Great defense.
Then let's come back on next series and let's go ahead and hit it. That is not in Carson's. We don't score a touchdown on this fucking play, we're losing.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's how it plays.
That is a very high school mentality.
Yeah.
That is a very high school mentality. And it's a cool mentality, him being tough and everything like that. But Jimmy G seems like a dream. Him only throwing the ball 6 times, Colts fans last year dreaming for that kid.
Absolutely.
But we're paying a guy. Now we're going to have to pay Jimmy G because he's won and he's a veteran. And obviously he's probably in the middle of a bidding war right now because of how everything's panned out with Russell and Aaron Rodgers. But the entire thought that all I want is just give me a boring fucking quarterback. You give me the handsome Jimmy G or the if I die Kirk Cousins, knowing that they'll set us up in the right positions. We get a weapon. Both of those guys can complete passes. Deebo Samuel, before he became the utility player over there, was the slant god.
Yeah.
And then George Kittle is an absolute monster. Jimmy G can complete passes. Everybody acts like he cannot do that. He can, but either of those options are great. So I'm flying high this morning. How long do those deals take? The Jimmy G deal, you said 4 teams are already involved. There's probably every team that wants a quarterback is involved in that thing. Does it just become an arms race? Hey, this is what we can offer. And how much does Jimmy have say in this? Because, Lynch, Shanahan and Jimmy basically have all come out publicly and said, we're going to work together to find the right home for me. Is it just best offer? How will these teams end up winning this? And when do you see this all taking place? Because that is the next domino, right? For all the other teams to see Mariota and any of the other quarterbacks that they're thinking about.
I think San Francisco's in no rush because they have their quarterback. So it's like what's right for Jimmy is going to be getting him to the team that he prefers. And obviously they want everything to end up right there. But I think it's one of those deals where they don't mind keeping the rest of the league, on the edge of their seat. And whatever you can talk about Pittsburgh, you could talk about New Orleans, you could talk about all these different teams. But why would San Francisco rush? Now, what's right to do for these teams so they can fill the rest of their rosters out is to do it before the draft. But free agency, if one of these teams says, hey, it's Jimmy or nothing, that's great. They can sit it out, or they can settle and they can go and get a Trubisky. They could settle and they can go and sign another player, or they could trade for another guy. So I don't think the Niners are feeling this great pressure to do this because, truthfully, there's multiple suitors right now, and they have their quarterback. So why should they bend over backwards to get a job done before seeing the best offer possible?
That's such a brilliant, savage, but brilliant. We'll get back to you next week. And all these other teams are like, come on. Come on, we're trying to do business. It's like, that's competitive advantage, though, keeping a quarterback out of his system for however long and making that. Now, is Jimmy G like, yeah, don't worry about it, fuck me over in this entire thing because you guys are okay?
I don't think he's being effed over. I think there's enough good destinations where I think he might be like, hey, whatever works out for everyone, it's fine. I just want to have a say or at least be aware of where I'm going beforehand. And I think knowing John, knowing what they're building there in San Francisco, I think they'll do what's right and they'll keep his representation in the loop. And they're not going to trade him to some barren lands team that has no chance to go to the playoffs.
Oh, Jimmy G would not deserve that. He's
No, he wouldn't.
going out to nowhere.
Hey, I'll throw another thing in that I heard a lot this week with the Wednesday. Like, Stafford wanted to be a Ram, and McVay and Cabo, the whole thing. But Stafford also was willing to be a Colt last year.
Stafford didn't.
He was willing to do
There's
it.
no
He
reason
didn't
to
say
do
no to
that.
the Colts.
Is he going to
the
the Colts
Niners,
now?
the Rams, and the Colts were the three teams. And you look back at this thing, and it's like,
Listen,
was last year the year you should have been aggressive? And last year is when you mortgaged the whole future. And that's who you go out. They didn't. So, Indianapolis, I feel for them in this case that, hey, look, we're in this spot right now. We want to win, and we got this team. But, like, they didn't go over the top to go get, Matthew Stafford last year. It was more, hey, Frank Reich and Carson Wentz can go do this thing.
well, hold on. And then 2 years ago, the last two Super Bowl champion quarterbacks allegedly had ties to Indianapolis in the offseason. We grabbed Phillip Rivers because of his familiarity with the system. Then we picked up Carson Wentz
Because
his familiarity with the system.
is Frank Reich the problem?
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Brainstorm.